applied for American citizenship. I had to fill out a form with many questions. I called the immigration office and said that I'm a little bit confused about the choices in the application. My mother is Polish, my father is African, so which ethnicity box should I choose? Am I white or am I black? And the person on the other end of the line responded in a sort of friendly manner, just go ahead and choose whatever you like. This is America. It was my first experience with American freedom. From my early days in Poland, I felt that I was born on stage. The color of my skin made me unique not only in my neighborhood, but in the entire city, and even in all of Poland, country of my origin. I remember being nervous before my entrance exam to the National Theatre Academy in Warsaw, but I also remember what finally relaxed me. When I entered the audition room, I realized that admission committee was anxious as well. It was the first time they ever saw a Pole with dark skin trying to become a Polish actor. Seeing their tension and then excitement after my presentation, I could finally relax and was eventually admitted to the academy. There I learned from the best what Polish theater had to offer. I studied with and performed in productions directed by some of the greatest Polish actors, Tadeusz Łomnicki, Zbigniew Zapasiewicz and Ryszard Hanin. I continued my studies abroad, attending a program at the British American Drama Academy in Oxford, where I learned from Jeremy Irons, Alan Rickman, and Derek Jacobi. This training prepared me for my professional journey in theater. I performed in 6 Degrees of Separation with the great Polish actress Elżbieta Czyżewska. I performed in Key West and Hamlet, both productions directed by Krzysztof Orlikowski, and Falling Angels, directed by Michael Hackett. I performed in films and television productions. I have written and produced shows for TV and enjoyed great acclaim from audiences and media in Poland. After a certain point, I didn't want to repeat myself, but rather hope to reinvent myself and challenge my potential. And I decided to seek artistic independence and found it by creating a one-man show called True Theater Critic. With this show, I traveled around the world, sharing what I learned in Poland.
Why had Sir Laurence Olivier himself, being well-aged with all his super-duper maestria, come to this silly school of drama to take the entrance exam? Let us assume that to conceal his name he would have masked himself properly. A wig, a mustache, and all additional fake items that he used to like most, so what then?
For this show I received awards at theater festivals in New York and San Francisco. Later I performed in a New York production of Othello and poetry reading with Susan Sontag at Cooper Union Hall in Manhattan. My professional experiences gave me a good foundation to share my knowledge with students. Working at Williams College here in the US, I had the opportunity to teach kind of European theatrical style. My favorite thing in teaching is learning from mutual interest, from exploration we have in our classroom. In Williams Theatre, I have directed productions of The Crucible and Streetcar Named Desire, focusing mostly on innovative aspects of these well-known plays. In my productions, the protagonists are searching for an identity. Um, my personal experience finds its way into my directing. My professional work extends beyond the academia. I perform as an actor, as in the world premiere of Three Kinds of Exile, produced by the Atlantic Theatre Company in New York. In this production, I had the privilege not only to perform in a play written by one of the greatest American playwrights, but also to share the stage with John Guare himself. John saw me years earlier in my one-man show and remembered me for this production. As a producer and artistic director, I founded the annual United Solo Theatre Festival.
This extraordinary group of solo artists that he's assembled and has assembled for the last 3 years from all over the world and from all over the country and everything else are all trying to fulfill their dream in some way and find their voice. Because, I mean, it's hard enough being an actor, but I think being a solo performer, you have to be absolutely driven and you have a burning desire to say something.
At Theatre Row, we present so many shows, recently from 6 continents, and we bring artists overseas to my beloved Europe, to our European showcase in Poland. So for me, the experience comes full circle. I found my home here in New York. As long as you are honest with yourself, with roots, as long as you respect other people, their religion, race, orientation, beliefs, as long as you remember what you came here for, you can truly express yourself. You can coexist happily ever after and cherish your unique American dream. My favorite place in New York is theater. Here I meet so many artists, so many people. Here I meet really the world. We saw a vast variety of stories and people who came to share their best. So it sounded as I was not sitting in one spot, at one place, but rather traveling through the world. I found my identity here in New York. I know my passion. I'm proud of my roots. I captured some of my experiences in my books of poetry, collections of short stories, and my dissertation on Shakespeare's Othello. In my written works, I have revealed my journey, my thoughts, my discoveries, all to be honest with other people. I feel at home wherever I go, wherever I am. I dream my life actively, and if you have your own dream, embrace it and don't let anyone wake you up from your dream.